हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर लाइव स्ट्रीम। आज फिर से करें गंशन इम्पैक्ट। आज हम लोग कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं कल की स्ट्रीम तो मुझे छोड़ के जाना पड़ा था क्योंकि मुझे कुछ जाना था कहीं। तो मेक श्योर यू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल।
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. I'm unsure Hope's Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked. More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you. This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's... Why is the statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Hello? He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here and... We can't stay here! Quick, run!
down the secrets of the Abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secret. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An Abyss Herald?
Dane, did he send the Abyss? Is un...
What is this power? I've never seen it before. Careful, please don't get cocky. Magic lap!
Propagate!
I'm the frying pan.
This power, it seems familiar. I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had Huh? What is it? Oh, right.
So, we meet again.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue. Tell me the rest of what happened.
And then, as we got caught, we fought a big...
Yes, this is a rare opportunity.
Let's go!
Please make sure you like and subscribe, please.
Scatter! Terminate!
Boba, get them!
This is not the end.
Nice and spicy!
Propagate!
Boba, get them!
Propagate!
Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot, too. Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
Hello, bro, hello.
They wouldn't be searching for such... In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a However, they look disappointed. So it would...
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just...
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss. But I have a feeling that their plan with this object, one cannot discover the truth behind it, or rather, these abyss mages... All right.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Scatter!
Let's dance! Eek! Ready, steady, go! Hi.
Propagate!
Nice and spicy!
Scatter! Propagate!
Wow! Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of...
There are no coincidences in the world. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just... forget it. Just the connection, but rather they are both branches that have...
Branches?
Both originate...
Huh? Really? Oh. Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khanria you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh?
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khanria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Teyvat?
The destruction of Khanria? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khanria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Khanria. Am I right?
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khanria so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah! You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Khanria than both of you. Khanria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Khanria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving.
Scatter!
Which opera shall we perform today?
Come on, let's go.
लाइक करो, लाइक करो।
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers by the people of Conria.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land.
Well, that sounds so sad.
Once you understand, but no matter their...
Spring forth!
Out of the frying pan, into the fight!
Scatter!
Nice and spicy!
Propagate!
Eat this!
Germinate! Scatter!
Huh? This abyss maze dropped a talisman.
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate initial operation. The Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a... from the horror... So Dane...
I'm reading it now.
How so?
In short,
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that... What do they want with Osile?
I know of your... though you may not have...
Last time... Well, the Abyss Order...
No, they won't just corrupt...
So wait... The Abyss Order wants to make some sort of...
Very few... only the Abyss, the Talisman's Mist, and the new core...
The Eye of the...
It would seem so.
This whole thing...
Yes. Thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to...
Oh, boy. Since no one knows where the... Yeah!
the cathedral...
Huh?
Nothing. A huge statue, but how aware...
Faith doesn't ask for anything... Shh! And actually... Huh?
You are the honorary Knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their... Having me tag along would only make them correct. When a non-believer... I have never... That's enough about that.
Okay.
I should warn the Church of also...
How have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that? Field tiller. What does it do?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the tyrant's final fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway!
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right! We'll go give Master Jean a hand!
Oh, but please everyone, be careful.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the...
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Let's dance!
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style. I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man. Yeah, that's at the rite of dissension in Liyue. You're...
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... what is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit. Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
You, not welcome here!
You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled. If you serve us...
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh
wolves never surrender.
No.
Spring forth! Scatter!
Nice and spicy. Here's the goods. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Propagate! Scatter!
Boba, get them!
Resistance is beauty will come.
Let the show begin.
The end.
La 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 la.
Decimate. All life will perish. Surging tide.
Propagate!
The world will fall. The end will come.
What's this? That's a deal breaker!
The end is nigh.
You big bully!
The world will fall.
Boba, get them!
Surging tide. The world will fall. All life will perish.
Scatter!
The end is nigh. The end will come.
Let the show begin.
Surging
Into the fire!
The world will. The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came.
But
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But I too didn't see.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas's
Thank you. You smell danger.
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's notes us. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf Guide. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
possible that could have been the very first field tiller.
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although no match for a god, it was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know. But did we help?
Yes, you were a big... We need to keep...
Yes, you too.
Well, there was some good intel. Quick... Dang, there you are! Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more...
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a...
Ah, Paimon gets it! So the Tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before. So they...
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that. This is it, right? Okay then, use your... Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing?
This requires using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No.
Huh?
You may doubt me, no matter where we may hide it. They will
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid, we can't have the church. Let's go back to those rooms. I'll make sure it.
लाइक करो
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue...
I'll protect us.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that...
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh, such a scary...
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
You sense correctly. You are just as... I sense your... Oh, then we...
It is your time to...
Let the show begin.
Nice and spicy.
Propagate!
Goba, get them! Nice and spicy.
I'll protect us.
Propagate! Spring forth!
All right, we'll carry.
Get them! What?
Let the show begin. Hi.
Propagate!
Out of the frying pan, it's
Time.
Yeah!
The world will call. The end is nigh.
Help! Wait, out of the frying pan, into the fire!
All life will perish.
Eat this!
Surging tide. The world will fall.
Propagate!
The end is nigh. The world will fall. Surging tide.
Propagate!
The world will fall.
Boba, get them!
The end is nigh. The end will come.
Help!
The abyss. Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Ether.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Home. Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Sad bro, sad.
He left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. That's right. At least now, as well as the 7, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now was all pretty confusing. Oh. Well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But, so that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But, if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then, we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go. Race you! Race you! Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't Don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far. The Paimon did... Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma? Oh, Paimon's the... Let's see what she has to say.
Oh. Hello. Oh, is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission.
I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in it.
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the document, but if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're voyaging far and wide.
But it's an armed...
That part is up to you. The Alcor is the...
Then there's no...
Here to play with me? Scatter! Let me amuse myself a little.
Let's dance!
The merrier! Over here! Let me amuse myself a little.
Scatter!
The more, the merrier. Oh, now your resistance shine no longer.
All clear as far as the eye can see.
No, bro, you're welcome.
Is this an answer from this world?
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect to help.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we...
Great. Then let's get you signed up.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer...
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Bedard said that... Hello.
You bet I am. Have you put your name? Well, the Clash is a... Nobody...
Yeah!
Me? Only a former runner-up and... What? You... Not to mention, they tried to sneak past. I planted a left. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade... I'm not saying I can't...
Uh-huh. But for us, even for our 5 treasure hoarders at a time...
I'll see you in the...
Hi there!
That's right. Nothing beats real life, but this turn...
Exactly.
His master...
famous. He's the founder of the Ling He's got to be to the Ling Shop.
forced this...
It's a type of... For example...
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without...
It sure is.
There's a tuition?
Of course.
But recently, though...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
Well, we have...
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. If so...
So you're...
You better believe it. From me? Obtaining a vision? No. I know how I've passed it in most people's eyes. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought... Of course. I also put in a few good days. I seem to have gained another fan. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys
Chinksa Village Arm. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you... Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the Clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then? Well, nobody Anyway, the
Hey, so even though you don't so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental In any case, looking at the All right,
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to... Good.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. You know, and since you signed up, we've had many up for one thing, so...
Huh?
This is how besides.
All right. We're finally here, folks. The Rails show is about to begin.
Your opponent has fought many rounds. You may well be stronger than him, but this very well.
All right, that's a...
Come on!
Your opponent, I do not doubt your...
Relax, my guy's at the...
Okay.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right! If you had a...
I wanted a bit, but mine, I lost interest. I fought and...
Huh?
No, I didn't. Only in
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future.
By the...
Whether they'll be as... So don't get...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around. See what we...
Ah, it's you! I myself...
maybe...
Why, yes, I faltered for given my stature. Still, I'm...
Hey there!
He tried to use force. His opponent was. Why don't you dodge? They ask. Don't even get me. I don't dare tell my. Sorry, I shouldn't.
Oh.
Thanks.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Ben?
You gave an outstanding... I could sense that you... But you were quick to adapt. And in fact...
I guess not using your elemental power...
We wanted to...
Not exactly. As for the guy, what's the matter? Worried that you've...
If that is the... I haven't
yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across... Given your talent...
Hang on. Don't you think you're
gathering intelligence besides our favorite...
You betcha, Aunt. Wait a second.
However, they come with me. Now that you are skilled in manipulating the element...
Paimon!
That's right. If I'm not mistaken. Since a young age, it is things...
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learn to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even
Perhaps such unfathomable things. However, I still wish to have the... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then. You can... Oh, pay no attention to...
nice and spicy.
With the wind!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breath. He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you please, save your thanks. If the world is a true...
You seem kind...
I desire to know what and what influences the god... My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma. So that's what you're curious about? Then, as you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway, and visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon, not to mention, with no new...
She sounds less like an Archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro-Archon before? With time, we will... If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's...
Why isn't he here yet?
Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the... We've seen many... Now, I'd like to... He strikes...
Wow! I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other oh, come on. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh?
We don't know when it was...
No need to worry. The vision was the...
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try...
If you would, please come with me. Come with me.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why did you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Oh, protect us.
No escape.
Hey? Go, Barbara, go!
Leaving so soon. No escape.
Windblade!
Let the show begin.
You can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. And we...
Have a little taste.
Picked the wrong test subject.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me!
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me!
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go in. In other words...
You...
But most disappointing, it appears that the vision...
Fine! I've had my eyes on the...
Aha! So...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still managed to catch up to me. Drat. This could... I know an empty threat fine, but you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, we don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Disappear! Windblade! I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No, no! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for. I see. No matter. This was...
Yeah, let's information anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we return. Allow me to get...
Huh?
If you're looking for the... It seems that the Captain Beta... But still...
The one who stole... He knew he stood... In which case...
Huh? If the... It doesn't matter. As the saying goes.
Yes, but the voyage... In fact...
Hold on a second.
Let us not forget that this is... Suffice it to say, in the meantime... Thank you. One final word...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux Fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is a...
Of course!
So you'll be heading off then? Weather the journey until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh.
Well, if that's how you feel, what...
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that...
Okay, thanks.
Just follow it.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the monster voice...
The thing is, the author, it barely sold any copies. And the few travelers...
Well, that's a shame.
The fact remains that I don't...
Who's Chin?
A book collector who lives in... He was a regular customer.
Did somebody say out of print? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend... Apologies, my liege. Since you and I are both in search of luck, my pleasure,
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel...
Is this an answer from this world? keep this close.
The heavens are... And what do you want?
We've heard you've got to...
Huh. After the chasm was sealed to pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means? Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There is a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good
What?
That work was... But over time, it was the... Barely any copies of the first...
The later edition inexplicably...
Yes, that's right.
You mean you...
Yes.
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss... I'm sure you don't need...
Oh, but you know I can't afford...
That's your business.
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think?
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of...
Guhua clan? Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
So, just to come back to what we were...
Oh, what does it...
3 long years...
All right, give it...
Hey! So, you...
Oh, amazing!
Hello?
No wonder this book is...
How can they bully poor old...
Don't forget me.
Oh, so...
The reason I borrowed this, and I meant every word, I will be custodian of this book. Of course I do. Give me a second to reflect.
You're still here? I got a hand... Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a saying that goes...
Quit quoting.
Please leave this place.
It's cute, but you picked the wrong
I may be young, my
Oh, great.
Are you here? The more, the merrier.
Body and mind.
outlines your fate. Blink!
Let's dance.
You really know how to get me going.
Bubba, get them!
Let me amuse myself a little.
No, my sword! Ring cutter! Get
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were... You won this round, but you better watch your back.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned? Yes. Though I long to restore Goop.
They've gone for now.
I'll see to it that no, it's not like the Fatui to... There must be a deep... He mentioned Gentry Mount...
That idea works.
Me? I have other things to look...
You really have stuff to do?
Wow.
Ugh, this guy is so... From now on...
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more pick.
Who goes there? Really? The master's dealing with...
Urgent business?
The master...
So, what...
I'm sorry. The master is stressed that we... no, I mean, yes. I'm sorry. I beg for your...
Well, luckily for...
Thank you,
Nice work! Is that so? Anyway, seems like the VIP club... And that... Seems business is booming at the Shinua kiosk. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to...
Ah, children, come.
Oh!
Oh,
A gift for Paimon?
When you traversed my... Fortunately, I will not... The teapot that you entered previous...
So...
but that's enough nostalgia.
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. What's more, well, for starters, I recall you would have to dig, but almost no, even more in any case. Smaragd, goodness knows if that child will succeed in...
Well, since you're in...
yes.
Oh. I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. Yenfei?
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written. You became one of Liyue's before finally defeating an ancient god. A shame that if we had, allow me to oh, yes, here's my business card if you have an urge.
All right, Yenfei. You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
Paimon with an Adeptus? He mentioned they had me, and once I was all grown up.
Well, that's a bit...
Well, Anyway, let's...
Is that Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've...
Whoa.
Commercial consult Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant. He mentioned that, so I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you wanted...
Wow. Best
Finally, a seat with a view at that. The fate of the
I understand.
But it's nothing. That would be most ideal. We are willing to lend. You may sudden. I understand. We shall see. Darn.
So, Mr. Who knows if Gua... When actually, all you meant...
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or...
The course of action we must, my liege. For there is no need for you to read the...
Ugh, this writing is super...
Hence why I said the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Well, why would you want to get them involved? Since we got to live having such big...
No need to worry about that. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued Kate, Gentry Mount Sai must also...
Why not? You'll...
Just silently disappear, each droplet of kindness.
That sounds very
Thank you in advance for
Hey! Excuse us, we come bearing...
A letter? Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind me.
Can he actually...
Yeah, honored guess. You must both be wary from your... Please rest assured. Please take a seat here.
Yay! Tasty...
Of course. Please. This way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Mount Sai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Mount Sai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation. Deprived of the necessary raw materials.
Great idea! But, Liyue...
With the timescale we are... First, there is also some unsold... Finally, there is...
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the camp...
Of course. We are not expecting you to come...
Wow! So...
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse, where you can see the rest of the plan unfold.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this in the order the guy said. First the sellers in the city, then the chasm, and then last but not least...
Mr.
Oh, good. Miss Yen.
Wait!
No, I'm not. The contract. In return, I included a clause.
Guaranteed genuine.
Of course.
In that case.
Oh,
Thanks a lot, Miss...
I've marked Miss Ju Qiao.
So that is it for today, guys. We will meet tomorrow. मैं शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम करूँगा तो कोई नहीं है।